reading?
Well, I think back on your book. So you wrote Beneath the Hood. And so you were trying to talk about, if I understood that correctly, how easy it is to be tempted to do the easy thing instead of the right thing. And so you can tell a kid that, like you can be counseling Johnny or Susie saying, I know it might be hard to do, but you should do it. And those are good words, and that's true. But to be able to illustrate that with a story it's more fun for a kid, it's more impactful, and it sticks with them for longer. And so I think a lot of writers, like you, I'm trying to do the same kind of thing. I'm trying to communicate a powerful truth in a way that will be engaging and fun and memorable and will have a long-lasting effect on that person's life. And this is what happened with me. I mean, the Chronicles of Narnia were more than stories to me. They were actually, the Lord used them in my conversion. So I think that it's important to, and also, you think about how Jesus taught through parables. Those are, to me, among the most powerful and memorable ways that he had of teaching truth. So I'm trying to do what C.S. Lewis did so well in the Chronicles of Narnia, where there's these truths that he illustrates, like, say, for example, we're all lost in our sin and we can't be saved. There's nothing that we can do to save ourselves, no matter how we try by our own works or whatever. And you've got that picture in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader where Eustace is he's been turned into a dragon. He doesn't like it, obviously, and he wants to undragon himself. So he tries to take his own sharp claws and tear his skin off. And he keeps doing it, doesn't do anything. But then Aslan comes along and does the job for him, and it hurts. But Aslan is able to undragon him and bring him back into his actually a new life. And so, you can say those kinds of words about, how is a person saved and what's required, and they'll all be good words. But to be able to illustrate it in such a beautiful and memorable way, like with Eustace's undragoning, is what I'm trying to accomplish as well in the books, in the story that I'm writing. It's I've been kind of writing on and off my whole life, but I would say originally I wanted to be an animator, a cartoonist and an animator. And I actually moved out to Hollywood when I was in my early 20s with like $2,000 and a bag and no friends, no place to stay, no nothing. And so after about 6 months and a major earthquake later, I ended up moving back to North Carolina, where I live now, and going into the master's program for library science. So then I got married and started having a family, and that just kind of was the center stage for a while. But I remember one period where my kids were little, and I started doing this thing where I would tell them these stories just before bed, and they were total nonsense. I had no preparation or anything like that. It was about this Jedi Knight who had a living wig that he wore, and he had a pink lightsaber made in China, and stuff like that.